Nothing in this recording is intended as investment advice, and the people in this recording may hold positions in the companies they talk about. Do not make any investment based solely on a tip or recommendation. Please do your own research.
Hello and welcome to Zak's Traders Cafe. Today I'm joined by John Regan, who's CEO at Electric Guitar. How are you today, John?
Hi, Zach. Yes, I'm very excited today because this is, of course, our first day of listing on AIM.
And I suppose the obvious question is, how does it feel?
How does it feel? Well, actually, I'm really excited. We've been through, a long process with the business, starting with our IPO in January 2022, and going through a big beauty parade actually to find the best company for our first acquisition. And now that we've been through that process, it's really great to feel like we can get on with the job and start doing what I really love doing, which is growing businesses and making them really successful.
And to paraphrase somebody else who is maybe a little funnier than I am, what attracted you to 3 Radical?
What attracted you to Millionaire 3 Radical, I think was the original quote, Zach. Well, the background to Electric Guitar, we're a business that is exploiting what is actually a real structural change in the way digital advertising works. We're having to use data in a different way there. And there is limited expertise in the way that in the new way in which data will work. And that's driven by privacy. I'm sure we'll get into that later. The reason that 3 Radical is attractive is that it's actually a leader in creating the new type of data which advertisers are now going to need, which is first-party data. They're a market leader in doing that. They spent over £8 million developing the technology that produces the type of engagement event which engages people to give up that first-party data. But not only that, they're established across 3 different geographies. So they're established in APAC, and actually I was out in Singapore last week and met some very exciting and interesting clients out there. They're also established in the US, and of course they're here in the UK as well. So they've got a great global footprint. But the real opportunity there with this business is they focused on developing their tech. And they've also focused just on reseller relationships. They haven't really developed the sales opportunity there with direct sales, and they haven't really marketed aggressively because they've not quite got to that phase yet. So the great opportunity for Electric Guitar is through acquiring a company with paper and then raising just over £1 million in cash, we can invest really aggressively in that sales and marketing and really grow that company rapidly. And that's what's so exciting about it.
And the key here is the person on the computer giving their data freely rather than having it taken from them without them knowing.
Yes, that's right. You may well have heard of this concept of data harvesting and quotes things like, if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. The type of thing that we see happening on Facebook and across Google and things like that is that they use what's called third-party data, and they use things called cookies and various other techniques to track your behavior and use that data to target you for advertising. That's what's changing. It's becoming much harder to collect that third-party data, both because of legislation and changing consumer attitudes, and actually even the tech companies themselves are making it harder for advertisers to access it. So the alternative, therefore, is what's called first-party data. And this is data where you, as a consumer, understand that you're giving the data up, and you understand how that data is being used, and you benefit as a result because you get better targeted products, you get better offers, you get offers which suit you, and you get treated with a much greater degree of respect because it's a transparent relationship, and you extract value from that relationship, and you also understand how the advertisers are using the data. It's not in the shadows anymore.
And is it true to say that you're among the first people in first-party data?
Yeah, you will see, if you were looking around the internet, a number of businesses which are involved in collecting first-party data, not least of all the advertisers themselves. The exciting thing about 3 Radical, though, is the back end of their technology, and I won't go into the technicalities here, but the way they collect it is really effective. It collects better data, and they adapt what happens in real time based on what they're learning. So you may tell someone your age or your gender or your income or something like that, and as a result of that, it will take account of your preferences and change what it does next, which is pretty unique in the way that they're behaving. The other thing, which is really important about 3 Radical, is what they've also been able to collect is a big data set of the way people have interacted with their technology. There are over 1 billion events on that data set. And at the moment, they haven't exploited that. But that's a perfect data set for machine learning and AI. So what we're intending to do, therefore, is create products using that data set, which means that advertisers will then be able to understand much more effectively and much more quickly which parts of their website, which parts of the experience which their consumers are having are the parts which they like and the parts which engage them and draw them further into the website, and ultimately get them to buy the product and buy the product that they really want and benefit from that.
Jonathan Regan, CEO at Electric Guitar, thank you very much indeed, and congratulations on your first day on AIM.
Thank you very much, sir.